after 40, a lot of people start to feel that their body is changing, but almost nobody can clearly explain what is really happening inside. You may still be working, taking care of your family, trying to stay active, and doing your best to keep up with daily life. But something begins to shift quietly in the background. Digestion may feel slower. Energy may not be the same. Sleep may become lighter or less refreshing. Blood sugar may become harder to control. Weight may start to accumulate more easily, especially around the abdomen. And many people notice that their body no longer responds the way it used to, even when they are trying. I am Edu Rodriguez, a pharmacist, biochemist, and health educator. And today I want to talk to you about a very simple combination that has been used for centuries in many cultures: cloves and cinnamon. Not as a miracle, not as a magical shortcut, and definitely not as a replacement for medical treatment. I want to talk about them as supportive tools inside a smarter health routine, because this is something I always say here. What changes health over time is usually not one dramatic solution. What changes health is physiology that makes sense, repeated choices, and consistency. And when we talk about cloves and cinnamon, that is exactly what matters. These spices are not new. People in Asia, the Middle East, and Africa have used cloves and cinnamon for generations, not only to flavor food, but also in traditional ways of supporting digestion, comfort, and resilience. Back then, they did not have blood tests, microscopes, or laboratory analysis, but they had careful observation. They noticed that certain combinations seemed to support the body in practical ways. Today, modern science helps us understand more of what may be happening behind those observations. And I find that fascinating because it shows that some traditional habits had real physiological meaning even before biochemistry gave them a name. But I want to make something very clear from the beginning. There is no instant cure in a tea. There is no overnight metabolic transformation because of a spice. What does exist are natural compounds that may support certain functions of the body when they are used intelligently and inside a healthy context. And that is where this conversation becomes truly useful for people over 40. Many people in this phase of life are dealing with bloating, gas, poor digestion, frequent fatigue, joint discomfort, unstable blood sugar, lower immunity, and that general feeling that the body has become slower. In many cases, there is a common background behind all of this: low-grade chronic inflammation, reduced insulin sensitivity, less efficient digestion, and a metabolism that no longer reacts with the same flexibility it had years ago. That is exactly the kind of setting where the conscious use of cloves and cinnamon may make sense. Let me start with cloves. Cloves are rich in a compound called eugenol, along with several antioxidant substances. And I want to explain this in a simple way. Inside the body, small chemical aggressions are constantly happening. Stress, too much sugar, poor food choices, pollution, inflammation, and aging all contribute to this. Over time, those small aggressions wear the body down. It is like a silent rusting process happening from the inside. Antioxidants help reduce part of that wear and tear. They do not turn you into a superhuman, but they do help protect cells from repeated damage. And eugenol, which is one of the best-known compounds in cloves, is especially interesting because it also has anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. In practical terms, this becomes especially relevant in the digestive system. Cloves may help stimulate digestive enzymes, which are like tiny tools that help break down food more efficiently. When digestion slows down, many people experience gas, heaviness after meals, reflux, or excessive fermentation. That is why cloves may be useful for people who feel that their digestion has become more difficult with age. That does not mean cloves are a cure for digestive problems, but they may support digestive function in a meaningful way. On top of that, they may offer mild support for circulation and general comfort, which some people experience as a little more ease and a little more steady energy. Now I want to talk about cinnamon, because it enters another very important area after 40, blood sugar and metabolic regulation. Cinnamon contains phenolic compounds and a substance called cinnamaldehyde. One of the most interesting things about cinnamon is its relationship with insulin sensitivity. I like to explain it like this. Imagine insulin as a key and your cells as locks. Over time, especially with too much sugar, refined flour, sedentary living, abdominal fat, and chronic inflammation, those locks become stiffer. The key is still there, but it does not fit as easily. The result is that glucose stays circulating in the bloodstream for longer, the pancreas has to work harder, and the whole system becomes less efficient. Cinnamon appears to help a little in this process by modestly improving insulin sensitivity in some people. That may support better blood sugar handling after meals and reduce part of the metabolic strain. I deliberately use the word modestly here because this is where people often exaggerate. Cinnamon does not erase prediabetes. Cinnamon does not replace treatment. Cinnamon does not fix a poor lifestyle. But inside a well-structured routine, it may add support. And that is why the combination with cloves becomes interesting. While cinnamon has more to do with glucose, metabolism, and energy handling, cloves seem to contribute more through digestion, inflammation, and antioxidant protection. One helps more with the way the body handles fuel. The other helps more with protection and comfort. Together, they may help create a more stable internal environment. When that environment improves, many people begin to notice small changes in real life. Less heaviness after meals, less extreme desire for sweets, more stable energy, less bloating, less abdominal discomfort. In some cases, even better mental clarity and a greater sense of lightness during the day. That happens because the body does not function in isolated compartments. When digestion improves, the gut tends to respond better. When the gut responds better, inflammation may begin to calm down. When blood sugar becomes more stable, energy also becomes more stable. When inflammation decreases, stiffness and aches may soften. And when all of that begins to organize itself, the person starts feeling that the body is cooperating again. There is another important layer to this, and that is the gut microbiota. The intestine is a major regulator of health, and that becomes even more noticeable after 40. An unbalanced microbiota may worsen digestion, immunity, mood, inflammation, and metabolic control. When you help create a better digestive environment, you may also be supporting a healthier microbiota, and that balance affects far more than most people realize. Another interesting point is the indirect effect on circulation and cardiovascular health. When you reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, you also help protect blood vessels. That does not mean cloves and cinnamon cure high blood pressure or replace heart treatment, but it does mean that, inside a healthy routine, they can contribute to creating a less aggressive environment in the body. And what about the brain, memory, and mental focus? Here I want to be extremely honest. There is no strong proof that cloves and cinnamon directly prevent neurological diseases. What we do have is an important indirect logic. If blood sugar is more stable, if inflammation is more controlled, and if circulation works better, the brain tends to suffer less. And that may show up as more mental clarity, more steadiness, and less of that foggy feeling many people describe. But all of this only makes sense if the use is safe. One of the simplest ways to use them is as an infusion. You can heat a cup of water, turn off the heat, add a small cinnamon stick and 1 or 2 cloves, cover it, and let it rest for a few minutes. Then strain it and drink it warm. That is usually a simple, practical, and gentler way to use these spices. They can also be used in small amounts in food. A little cinnamon in fruit, plain yogurt, or warm preparations. A touch of clove in certain recipes. The key idea here is moderation. Natural does not mean unlimited. And too much of these compounds may cause discomfort, especially in more sensitive people. With cinnamon, this matters even more because there are different types. Some contain more coumarin, a substance that in excess may not be ideal for the liver. So it makes no sense to turn something potentially useful into a careless daily excess. Some people need extra caution before using them regularly. Anyone taking anticoagulants, using diabetes medication, living with liver problems, severe gastritis, arrhythmias, pregnancy, or greater frailty should speak with a healthcare professional before making this a regular habit. And the body always gives signals. If nausea, burning, abdominal discomfort, palpitations, or irritation appear, that is a sign to stop and reassess. Now I want to tell you the most important part of all. Cloves and cinnamon only make sense when they are part of an organized lifestyle. By themselves, they do not create miracles. They work as tools. And even a good tool does very little in the wrong setting. If a person continues sleeping poorly, living under constant stress, eating too much sugar, staying sedentary, drinking too little water, and keeping a highly inflammatory routine, tea will not solve the deeper problem. What truly builds health is the combination of sleep, movement, food quality, stress control, hydration, and consistency. Spices can enter as support, but not as the whole story. And I like to see this as a gesture of self respect. When you use what nature offers in an intelligent and moderate way, inside a well built routine, you are telling your body that you want to cooperate with it. It is not about chasing shortcuts, it is about building health through repeated choices. So if you are over 40 and you feel that your body has started to change, maybe the answer is not in dramatic promises. Maybe the answer is in understanding what is happening inside you and gradually adding simple, safe, and consistent strategies. And in that context, cloves and cinnamon may absolutely have their place. If this content made sense to you, subscribe to EDU Health Tips and tell me in the comments, do you already use cloves or cinnamon in your daily life? And have you noticed any difference in digestion, energy, or control of cravings?